So good morning, everybody. It'll be first day of spring at 5:24 today. It will be, I believe. So it feels good that spring is in the air. It's here. So seeing how you're feeling today and what you're bringing to the mat. We'll just start with a little bit of centering in, sitting on our sits bones, finding any comfortable position you like. If you want to be lying down, you can. It's all optional. It's just building our own intuition and our own conversation within, knowing what we need. So feeling your sits bones right now. Just if you're sitting, feeling your sits bones and it's coming inside. Noticing what you're bringing to the mat today. Just feeling your breath without changing it. I love to just start with awareness. And in this awareness, we just find out how we truly are feeling. Might show up in a shape, in a twist, shows our physical body, but truly our mental as well. Emotional. How was your sleep? Maybe noticing that. And just when you do center in, the breath relaxes enough for you to just deepen. You've been doing it long enough that you're probably already there. Breathing in through nose activates diaphragm. And intention, energy always follows intention, so guiding breath perhaps inside ribs. Changing up the habitual patterning of just coming into belly. Maybe pushing down into the sits bones, rising up through the waist, hinge the rib cage up, chin tucks. And just take a breath in here. Breathe right down into that pelvic floor. Doesn't have to be exaggerated and deep. It just can flow with intention. Rib cage hinged. Feel that softening in that space between the shoulder blades, chin tucks. We'll inhale. Exhale, just dropping your chin down to your chest. Just gonna slide the chin over to look at your left armpit. Right, I'm going right armpit. Let's do it like a box today. Come up the side. And come across the front instead of circling it. Exhaling it down to that left armpit this time, and then across the front. We'll inhale over to that right armpit, box on up the side, across the front, and down. Just breathing. Just one more time, going at your own pace, coming to awareness of what you're feeling within. Coming to your stillness, to your center. Do it on the opposite side, opposite direction. Chin drops down, chin to that left armpit, up. And just being very gentle this morning, just waking up the neck as you come around, back down to your center. Inhaling up, over, up, across, down, back to center. And your last time. Following your breath and following movement and sensation. Just coming back to center and just taking a cleansing breath here. Exhale, just soften through thighs, hips. Taking your hands right now and dropping your chin down again, just to look at your left armpit area. taking your hands, stacking them just under that collarbone, but it's maybe drawing your hands stacked, drawing the skins down, keeping a little bit of a tightness there, but your head is looking down. And just lift up your chin and just playing with all of the tight fascia. Just feeling what you feel by moving your chin one side to the other. And if you didn't feel it, if my explanation wasn't clear, so we'll do that again. So we'll be looking down, but we'll take the skin slack type of thing, across that collarbone. And then from that skin slack, we're creating a bit of resistance that we can even feel into jaw. And breathe into this, create that space, but be gentle enough because it's quite powerful. And when you're ready, just releasing back down, shake that off, and just come to your center with just a cleansing breath. Exhale, let that go. Feel into the back of the head, the back of the ear, the neck. Notice if you feel anything different one side to the other. Drop our chin down, just in the direction of the right armpit or right side of the chest. Taking that skin and just pulling, creating a tightness, and then lifting up. And playing with how that feels. You move your chin over to the right. Does it pull on the jaw? Fascia right from our base of our feet wraps through and up to our neck. So, if you've got a tightness in your neck or jaw, massage your calves. And just feeling this. And then when you're ready and hope you're breathing, because I'm yapping, just releasing. Let that go. Take a breath in here. Connect to how that feels. We inhale and shrug the shoulders up to the ears. And then an exhale, just releasing them down. Let's just move a little bit here, just circling around. I said I wasn't going to stay here long, and it's just like, oh, get into this. And it's like, okay, let's feel what we can do from a supported position, using the support of the floor. You can play with how it feels and maybe hips, low back. Press down if you want to on your each thigh or knee. As you circle around, does it change the sensation? Coordinating your breath and your movement. And just noticing. I didn't say reverse, I meant to. And just play with how you feel. Come back to center. I do like to sit on a block. It helps to get into the pelvic areas, raising it up. So let's bring our knees out in front, hands behind, fingers pressing away, the chest lifting. Inhale, the head back. Bring that shoulder blades together, chest is up towards the sky. Breathe into this. Breathe the spring into your body. Inhale, exhale, releasing. We'll just place the hands behind, fingertips towards your legs, towards your body, however it feels. If that doesn't feel comfortable, just play with it or wait for your body to let you into it. Hand flat, if you can. Just weight one side to the other. If you want, you can bring your fingers out to like 45 degrees if that feels better. We'll just drop knees one side, drop the opposite. We'll just move a few side to side, staying connected to what we're feeling in our hips. As I refer into the arms and just noticing dropping these one side, can you feel the pull? Which arm gives you that pull? When you're ready, coming back to your center. We'll drop our knees to the side. We'll come up into a comfortable squat. And where did your mind go if I say comfortable, right? It's sometimes not so comfortable, but just walking one heel down and another. Finding whatever way feels good for you to kind of open up through hips. And just feeling that movement through our hips, and we become so habitual and patterning through our hip joints. So we're going to do this work so we can try and avoid any future surgeries. Coming forward, feeling that forward bend right now. Inhaling, exhale, shaking it off. Just slowly coming. Taking a cleansing breath at the top. Take a breath in. Exhale. Let it go. So we might be doing a little bit of balancing, but you might want a chair, your couch, a wall, whatever feels comfortable. For this one, I would like to, let's bring the left leg up and isolating our movement of our ankle. Now you can do it without a wall, just feeling how it feels for you, and circling just ankle. You can even keep the shin still by holding on to the shin, if you like, one direction, and then in the opposite. And breathing, softening what you can. And how does that standing leg feel right now? So good for our nervous system too. And then holding your thigh, if you want, and just moving from just the knee. We'll warm up with the shin and reverse directions. And how that feels. You can just let that go, shake it off. We'll lift up with the opposite leg. We can isolate if you want, hanging on to shin that feels comfortable. Just keeping that movement, getting that synovial fluid moving into that ankle joint. How's balance on this side if you're balancing? Just noticing, soften through shoulders. Where's your breath? We'll isolate, keeping that thigh still, and we can just circle around, just even at the knee. And just isolate the movement. A lot of times we trick ourselves into our movements that we're moving into them. You can let that go. Just shake it off. Hands on knees, and let's just circle around. One direction and then in the other. Feels so good to just wake up our bodies slowly, mindfully, slowing ourselves down enough to feel. The world gets faster and faster. We just need to slow it down, be present. It's a gift for ourselves. Okay, so play with this. That's where we're going to go next. Let's play with an arm one. And we're going to bring arms at the side. And we're going to keep our feet balanced, left to right, front to back. You feel the outside of, say, the big toe, baby toe, arches lifted. Take a breath in. Exhale, soften through the knees. If you hyperextend and things just happen automatically. We've got some bright sun coming. I hope you can see me okay. I don't know if it's on my monitor. I'll move back. Oh, that's nice. Spring sun feels good. So we're going to have our hands at the side. So we're going to start with the left hand. Palm out, just equal weight, both feet. We're going to hand on chest so that we can isolate so we're not getting the torso moving. We're going to lift up with the hand, come to the top. You can see my hand right now. But we're going to thumb come to the front of the room. And then we're going to peel the arm back behind. And then we're going to thumb to the back, come into that tricep stretch. And then we're going to palm forward and palm up. Thumb to front of the room, peel that arm behind. So with the hand on the chest, really isolating the movement into that joint. Just play with this. Hand at the back, put the thumb to the back of the room. Feel that in the tricep as you extend back. And then palm rotates forward and come back up for one last time. Thumb to front of the room. Back. Come to back. Stand back for the tricep. back of the arm, and then palm forward as you inhale up. And let's just release that down. So letting that go. Come to the opposite side, hand at the side, and you could be standing. This is just a little different, just want you to be able to see, again, holding your opposite hand, so your left hand on your chest. Palm forward and up. Come to that limit. Might not be where you think it should be, so just coming to that limit. Thumb to the front of the room as we peel, and feel that movement through the shoulder all the way back, down. When you come, when the hand cuts to the side, thumb to the back of the room and reach back. Feel that extension, feel it in the tricep. Palm forward and up. Rotate thumb to front of room. Peel that arm back by keeping your torso as still as possible, because we're really trying to isolate that movement. Coming to your side. Hand extends back, thumb can face the back of the room. And then palm forward, up one more time. Inhale it up, thumb forward, peel back. Feel the shoulder blades move. And if this is, just breathe in, and back, palm forward, and let's bring it up. And let it go. Releasing that off. And just feel your shoulders. You can do a little bit of shoulder circles right now. Feeling it forward and back. Taking a deep breath in. Just letting it go with a sigh. Maybe one big inhale up. Feel the shoulders, feel the side body. Exhale. Back to your center. Let's bring our hands interlaced through front, forward. Feeling the shoulder blades widening on your back, and then bring them back into the sockets. Bring the hands to the back of your head. Put pressure on the head, elbows are back. So let's turn to your left. I might not be nearing this, but left elbows up. And drop that right elbow forward. And let's just do a little rounding through the back. Over to the opposite side, open the left elbow, do a side bend, and up. We'll do one more time that side, so we'll drop our left elbow over to the side. Keep your arches lifted right now, even feeling here. Soften. Feel the pull maybe on the hip, side body. Drop that elbow around, go round through the back, peel it across the front, over to the right. Open up that left elbow, do a side bend. Let's linger here like we did on the opposite side. Take a breath in. Exhale. Soften. Inhale it up. Let's go opposite. Let's go. Let's do opposite direction. Right elbow down. Let's drop that left elbow around through the back. And up. Side bend, and one more time, over, drop elbow, round through back, not too much pressure on your head, up to your side, side bend, and then up again. Releasing that, hands on your knees. Let's just circle around a little bit in one direction, and then in the other. So good to move each joint, each big joint. So let's now do our hips a little bit. So if you want a wall, you can use the wall. We're going to lift our left knee up. We're going to open it to the side, drop the knee in, extend it back, bring the knee down and in. And drop. So it's movements of these hips. So let's play with that again. Knee up and center. Open. We're going to drop the knee now. Feeling that as the back foot comes up slightly. Feel that hip movement. We're going to drop it back and extend back. We're going to bring it back. Come up. Drop that knee in again. Bring it back to center. Down. Inhaling, left knee up. Soften through shoulders and breathe. Inhaling. Drop knee. Back foot comes up. Bring it back. Bring it back forward. Just feel the movements of that hip. As then you bring the knee back in and down. We'll do the opposite side. Feeling that right now, even before we change, just feeling how that feels. Movement through the hip. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, open to the side. I'm going to drop the knee in front, so it's the intention to drop it a bit. The foot's back and lifting up. Bring the knee back into the side, extend back in. So the extension is behind. You are going to come back up. Drop that knee in, drop the knee back up, foot down, always up, down. Just play with what you feel in your hips and back down. So inhale, knee up. We're going to open. We're going to drop the knee. Feel that in that hip. That foot's coming up. You can bring the knee back in and extend behind us. In back to center. Up to the side. Drop that knee. Bring it down. Oh, in front. Sorry. And one last time. Inhale up. We're going to open and feel that movement. So keeping torso still. Drop the knee. And now bring it in, but extend back. Sole of the foot to the sky. Soften what you can. Bring it back in. Bring it up. Dropping the knee. Bring it in, up, and down. Let that all go. Inhaling, exhaling. Just circling your knees. We'll just come to the front. Let's come to the front of the mat right now and let some hands on hips. We work some shoulders. You can feel the movement through that. Let's step back with the right foot. Come into a warrior. Just feeling this right now. You can drop down. You can be on your toes. Extend your lengthening if you wish. Just feeling this on your thigh. Hands can rest on your thigh. We'll drop that foot back. Still with a bent leg. We'll just bring our left hand in front, inhaling up. Fingertips towards the ceiling or back wall. Right hand is sliding down that extended right leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, breathing. Exhale, coming back. Be able to drop our left elbow on that bent left leg. Let's take the arm up and then over, feeling a side stretch right from your heel to your fingertips. Take a breath in. Inhaling, exhale. What can you soften here? Feeling the hips. We've worked the hips, so we open them up. You can drop down if you need a little bit further, keeping your arch lifted on your bottom, on your left foot. You're ready. Inhale. We'll straighten legs and windshield that arm up, coming into a warrior position. Now we'll do our triangle. We'll reach out with that left hand, feeling your hands at T position. Just coming to that motion, just dropping your hand down where you are. Reaching the right arm up towards the ceiling, coming into triangle. Inhale, soften your shoulder. Being pulled in all directions, hands reaching up, the bottom hands reaching down. You can feel a squeeze in between your thighs. Soften what you can. And when you're ready, imaginary string on the ceiling, rope, pull yourself up, back into the warrior. your 5-pointed star, which I'm facing behind, and releasing that down. Going back to your center and just taking a breath here. Releasing. This time, inhale, hands to center. We'll step back with our left foot this time. We'll just come up into a little lunge, a little warrior. You don't have to have our arms up. You can if you wish. Feeling this balance right now. And drop down through hips, press the heel back. Inhaling, exhaling. Little stretch maybe on the hip flexor. We're working our hips today, so this is good. Chest is lifting. Inhale. Where's your breath? What can you soften? Dropping that foot down. We'll keep with the leg bent, the front leg, right leg bent. We'll extend with our right hand up into an exalted, peaceful warrior. Left hand sliding down back leg. Feeling this right now, softening through face, softening through jaw. Just noticing, where can you feel, can you lift up out of the waist? Just feeling a bit more through the side body, through the rib cage. Inhaling, dropping forward, elbow on that bent right leg. We'll bring our arm up towards the ceiling and then kind of shape our ear here. Feeling this, you can drop your hips a bit more. Feel the fingertips reaching. Arches lifted on the extended back leg. These are muscles that we continue to use and work, so it's so good for us as we age. Inhale. For anybody here, we're all aging. What am I saying? Inhale. And then exhale, straightening that front leg. Let's extend. Let's extend into our triangle, reaching out through that, through those right fingertips. Legs are straight right now. And then we'll just, from where we are, just drop that right arm down towards the legs. Left arm comes up. So that keeps the integrity so we don't collapse into the posture. So feeling your fingertips reaching in both directions. It's like life being pulled in all directions. Legs as well. You could get a little squeeze on the inner side of your thighs, the groin area. And if it's hard to look up at your hand, look down. Feel that. Bring your weight to the outside of your feet, but your toes are still planted, kind of lifting up those arches. And when you're ready, we'll grab that imaginary rope to pull ourselves back up. Let's actually drop that left arm back, right arm up to the ceiling with a straight leg and exalted warrior. Feeling that pull perhaps from the front hip. And when you're ready, exhale, arms down, feet in front. Relaxing, forward bend, hinge at the hip, as if there's like a rope behind you and that your hips are being pulled back as you draw down. Just feeling right now how it feels, each leg, all the way down into calves. And bring hands down to the floor if it's comfortable, fingertips. Dropping your head. Inhale, exhaling. Breathing. And when you're ready, you can come down to the mat. We'll come to a table position. Sun is beautifully and bright today. I hope you can see me. Spring has sprung. Hands underneath the Hands underneath the shoulders, and let's just extend back into an extended puppy. You can part your knees if you wish. What is it that you need? Tops of the feet flat, aiming for that little bit of shin work. You can even press into the tops of the feet. See, extend back. How do the shoulders feel right now? We did some peeling away of fascial tissue a little bit. And just change your weight one side to the other with your hands. Dropping your gaze to look down, just to keep your neck from creating any tension. And then you can pull back on finger pads, drop your head, drop your chest. Take a breath into the belly, into this constriction. And then exhale, just melt. Just melt. Feel your breath into your back. Feel where does it travel? How does the breath move your body right now? Breathe into your armpits. Can you breathe into the sides, the shoulders? Can you breathe into your rib cage? Watch the rise and fall of your torso. When you're ready, we'll come forward. We're going to go into a cobra. So we'll bring our nose along the mat, tailbone up towards the sky as we get used to this movement of our spine. So we just draw ourselves forward and up. Feeling your hands underneath the shoulders. You can drop down to the floor, stand out through each leg, as if like lengthening through the waist, head down, and then from here, even nose up, lifting chest, using these little back muscles, pressing the pelvis into the floor. You can squeeze the buttocks just a bit. Don't need to use your hands. And then bring the elbows into the side. Press into the hands just slightly. Just a bit of a back bend here, breathing into this. Soften. What can you soften? Face, neck, shoulders. When your mind gets busy, come back to breath. Come back to sensation. Inhale, exhale, releasing. From here, we'll press back into an extended puppy again, turning it into a child pose. Arms at the side, head down, and just rocking from one side to the other. Just releasing the low back, any tension. And just noticing. We'll find our way to the back, our backs. Straightening out one leg and straightening out the opposite. Palms up. Just feel how your body feels now. Checking in before we do some more motions. We're not ready for Shavasana yet. Check in with how your hips are feeling, how shoulders. As the spaces in between the moves, that the integration takes place. Our neural pathways rewire. We're going to extend out through our hands, fingers, toes, heels, whatever it is you want to stretch long along your mat. Just feeling into this body. Breathing into belly. Soften through shoulders, soften through face. Breathing into belly, breathing into side ribs. And when you're ready, releasing. We're going to bend the knees. We'll draw the right knee into chest. Press that tailbone away. Soften through shoulders, tuck your chin down, lengthen through the back of the neck. Circle around with toes in one direction and then in the other. Just noticing breath. You can straighten that right leg up to ceiling. Press up through the heel. Just draw that leg a little closer to your chest. Just noticing how that feels and where you feel the referral of sensation. Feel it just in hamstring. Can you feel it into hip? And that's what we're focusing on. So soften everything else. Soften face. Soften your grip on the leg. And where's your breath? You can bend the knee, just drop right into chest. And when you're ready, release that leg back down, straighten it out. Feel the release. Bring that right leg back, bringing that left leg in. Tuck and chin again. Creeps up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the neck. Press down through the tailbone, breathe into your belly. Exhale, just draw it in. Soften through face, soften through jaw. Straighten up that leg, pressing heel up to ceiling, keeping that hip right in that hip socket, right the leg, femur right in that hip socket. Press up through heel. Connect with where it refers when you do subtle changes and movements. Those are the whispers our body tells us. Shows us. Soften through face, soften through shoulders. Inhale. Draw that leg a little closer. You can have a bent leg if you want. Just noticing the difference, right? Press through heel and it's coming forward. And a bent leg. Just noticing how it feels and what it is you want to feel today. Toes pressing back towards the face. And have heel, toes up to the ceiling. And when you're ready, you can release that leg. And just release and feel the release on that leg. Straighten out the right. Taking a breath in, exhale. And when you're ready, we're going to bend the right leg, placing that left or right foot. You can lift up the hips and bring them over to the left just a little bit, and then place that right foot on that left thigh. Hands out in your T position. Let's do our just twist. So inhale, exhale, right knee comes over to the left. Your gaze can look at your outstretched right hand. Just feeling this twist. Breathe into the side body. Just feeling where you feel any pull. Soften through shoulders, soften through face. Soften the grip on that right knee. The shoulders are relaxed. Face is relaxed. Can you relax your hips? Inhale, right knee up. Hands in T, releasing that right leg down. Just even with a twist, just noticing the difference between the left foot and the right foot. If it's just a little more relaxed out to the side, we again stretch through that right T band too. We're going to bend that left leg, lift the hips up, bring them over to the right slightly, just an inch or so. Bringing that left foot on the right thigh. And when you're ready, We'll just twist on over to the right, hands in T position. Gaze is looking at your outstretched left hand. You can take your right hand on the left knee just for guidance, but not torquing. Notice the shape you've created in your spine. Bring out the spinal cord. Inhale. Create space in the vertebrae, the discs. Even with this, we're plumping up discs on one side and a twist. Flushing them out. Come into breath, softening what you can. Even in the quietest moments and movements, so much can be happening. It's a push-pull of life, where to hold on and where to let go. What you learn on the mat, you take into the world. Learning our discernment, I guess. Hands in T, coming knee back up towards the ceiling, straightening out that leg, letting it go. Just feeling yourself supported by the floor. Even that, we're supported by the universe. Just bending your knees, you can draw them both into your chest. You can circle knees right now, give your back a little massage. Heart your knees wide and rock one side to the other. Play with whatever feels right for your body. Ask yourself that, what it is you need. And when you're ready, find your way into your final resting posture. This is the one we often like to rush, but this is the most important one. Just breathing softly. Hands at side, palms up. Adjust your body, whatever would be feeling comfortable. Scan the body. Just let go. Breathing, enjoying the support, filling yourself with gratitude for coming, taking this time today. It's 5:24 p.m. today. Spring is sprung, but with the way the sun's coming in this house, you can see the change in the sun already from the first months we've been doing this. Spring is a time to find out where you are, who you are, and move toward where you are going. So fill yourself with that gratitude. I'm filled with gratitude for you being here. Namaste. Happy